Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Wynn in Magical Diary Wolf Hall. We are going to be picking right up exactly where we left off. Today, I didn't record on the leap day. That seemed like a missed opportunity anyway. Yeah, it's currently 4:33 AM, my time, on the 1st of March. January, February, March. Yeah, that's the correct month that begins with M. And we're going to pick up right back here where we left off after Christmas. A word of, not necessarily warning, but if you hear a cat meowing during this episode, that would be my cat, because he really wants to go outside, because it is, because I just got back from work. But it's also 4:33 AM in the morning, so I can't let him out. Otherwise, I don't know. I know they're nocturnal creatures, but this cat runs into walls, literally. So I don't trust him out there in the dark. Anyway, let's get into this. Let me just take a sip of my water. I should really have prepared before I started the episode. Alright. I returned to my own little room at Iris Academy. It seemed smaller than I remembered it. Certainly smaller than what I have at home. Still, it is my room, my adventure that I've chosen to pursue. And there are people here that I care about. From the noise outside, I can guess that my hallmates must be back as well. I head out of my room. Luke and Logan are nearby. Logan is holding a stack of wide, colourful boxes. Hey, what's that? Christmas presents. We arranged to bring some board games to school since video games would not be allowed. Feel free to come borrow one if you need some entertainment. Also, he's got this great idea about making money. Not making money myself, but providing an opportunity for others, if they're willing to risk a little. You mean gambling? More or less. Come on, let's go show Donald. I'm planning to hold a gathering on Wednesday if you're interested. Don't worry, I'll remind him. Well, they both seem to be in good spirits. So we're starting off here on January 5th. At the end of the week, yada yada. Glad to see this yada yada come back again. We're gonna go pick our classes. So, as a quick reminder, we have incredibly high green magic, and not so great everything else, to be honest. We do have we are relatively strong. We have 31 strong, 31 swole, should I say, and we have 28 smart. Are we? Hold on, is that 28? Yeah, that's 28 pre-boost. So this is our actual smarts. Without our wand, this is what we'd have. Yeah, no, I want to get green magic up all the way, my friends. Green magic class is a success. Oh, excellent! Professor Potsdam, within the first, 5 minutes of this recording? Very good. It wouldn't be a Magical Diary episode if I didn't have to strain my voice every time. Every time to do Potsdam's voice. Alright. Now, hatchlings, I'm sure you've realised that even the most careful witch or wizard sometimes takes a bit of damage. Life has always had a few bumps and surprises along the way. Of course, with green magic, you already know you can heal those little nips and nicks. However, there is an old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. What's an ounce? Oh, he doesn't use this type of system. You know, we don't use ounces over here either. In Britland, but we know what an ounce is at the very least. With green magic, you can strengthen your living pattern, making it more resilient to damage. Not immune. Life is always flowing, always changing. A pattern which cannot be altered is no longer alive. But a thick hide can protect you while you explore a dangerous situation. It is a useful precaution. For the next 6 turns, all damage done to the caster is reduced by 50%. That seemed like a pretty cool spell. I'm not sure how we could probably apply it. Charles! What? Who's yelling? Ellen? Why is she mad? Oh no, what have I done? Why is she mad at me for? I haven't even talked to her since Christmas. Maybe that's what she's mad about? How was your holiday? Did you know? Know what? That my family would forget about me. Huh? I told you about my sister, Jenny, and you didn't say anything. I'm sorry, can you start over? I don't understand what you're saying. What did I do? What's wrong? You didn't do anything. Then what's the matter? My family. I'm a wild seed. We're not supposed to tell anyone who isn't magical that magic exists. They're not allowed to know. Right. That includes our families. Even though they know we're witches when they send us off to school, after that they forget. Someone makes them forget. So they all really forget about you? Luke and Logan didn't mention anything like that. Virginia says they're not supposed to forget me, that I'm just a witch, but... since she can't remember why I left, Mama figures she sent me to boarding school to keep me out of sight. Oh, that's terrible. Like, I've done something so terrible she wants to pretend I didn't exist. Like, it's better if I'm gone. And that's why they didn't want me for Thanksgiving. And for Christmas, they just stared at me, wishing I weren't there. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a loving family, though I only lived with one parent. I only lived with my mother while I was growing up. Man, just imagine, like... I'm just imagining when I went to university and I came back for the holidays, just imagine coming back and, like, my mother no longer liking me, thinking that I did something terrible. That's... oh my goodness, that is terrifying. Mama and I haven't been close since Jenny was born. At least before she could brag about how well I did in school. Now I'm a disgrace. It was Jenny who told me what was going on, how they whisper about me. Then she asked me if they taught me how to pick locks at criminal school. I don't know what to say. I never thought about what it must be like for a wild seed if our family forgets about magic. It doesn't seem to bother Luke and Logan, but then, when they go home, they have each other. Jenny's still turning 13 this year. She might have the choice, but I don't know, and I'm not allowed to tell her anything. Or else, I'll be expelled and lose everything. If I defend myself, if I tell Mama she's wrong about me, they'll wipe my memories. Do you think that's fair? Ugh. Is it... Like, the question going through my head right now is, why is it so important that we protect the world from magic? Like, why should we protect our world from them? It's, oh, my cat is looking into my food here. Man, this is a tough subject. What would I say in this situation? Honestly, I think I would just stay silent. I am going to save here, because this might not be the, I'm just going to call this one Tough Choice. AF Tough Choice. Okay, I'm going to stay silent. I don't know what to say. Yeah, honestly, I don't. I don't know how to fix this. Ellen's here and she's safe. Nothing happened to her, but knowing that it could have shaken her in a way I've never seen before. Is there anything I can do? I don't know. Not right now, I guess. At least I'm here now, where we have our magic and no one has to lie. Not exactly true, but I can't tell her that. Well, if you need anything, I'll listen. Thanks. It's a mess. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect the feels to come so quickly after I started this recording session. Wow, Ellen. Oh man. I'm relaxing in my room when someone knocks on my door. Hey Charles! Luke? I step out into the hall. You ready for bingo? Bingo? The game! It's $5 to enter. Ah, this is the game for money idea that Logan had. Sorry, but I don't have any money. Really? No allowance? Yeah, I already spent it. Oh. Oh well. He shrugs. Catch you later then? Maybe next time. He leaves, presumably in search of students with fuller pockets. Listen, I do not regret how I spent my money. These wings are fabuloso, okay? Green magic class success. We're at 89 green. Success? 92? Still nothing on 92? That's fine. We're probably going to get something for 100, which would be maybe 2-3 more classes. Footsteps in the hall signal the Saturday morning distributions, but nothing for me. What should I do today? We are going to go to the mall. Minnie Cochran is here. We don't get, I want to see, maybe if we go to the mall, we might encounter someone. Nope, apparently not. Okay, that's fine. I would prefer to get the decreased stress over improved smarts, I guess. Today is the first sports club meeting of the spring semester. We're playing football, but this time we've added a bit of magic. Players on the field can still kick the ball with their feet, but they can also use a basic push spell to move it along, since it's an easy spell that almost everyone can do. Since we're restricted to only the basics, only to the basic? Wow. This is the first time I've stumbled so hard, and it's only 10 minutes into the episode. Cool, good job, Charles. Since we're restricted to only the basic freshman level push spell, we need an uninterrupted line of sight on the ball, and we have to hold still for a moment to cast it. As long as other players keep moving around the ball, it's difficult to get a shot in, and if the ball does not escape the melee, then the goalies can fend it off even when it's still far from their territory. Everyone seems to be having a good time, except Kyo. He's still playing the game, but he looks seriously annoyed about it. Go away, Kyo, no one likes you. Maybe he objects to mixing magic and sport? Virginia didn't like the idea either originally, but she was willing to give it a try. When the game wraps up, Kyo slips out of the gym without saying anything. Yeah, he's upset about Minnie or something, I guess. At the end of the session, Virginia throws an arm around her roommate. Wee, that was great, wasn't it? It's good to be back. So it's alright now? You don't mind about the magic? Yeah, it's all good. Maybe not every time, but every now and then, why not? It's still fun. I'm glad. Should we have invited Jacob? No way, he's still a huge loser. If he cares, he can find out on his own. Ah, the politics of sport. At the end of the week, yada yada, let's go. What should I do this week? A very good question. I believe we should max out our green magic. We should then go to sleep and maybe we can do some white magic. Sure, it's been a while since we've done any white magic. Green magic success? 95? Oh, what's this? Oh, listen to this, the somber tones. I'm enjoying a quiet dinner when I sense someone standing next to me. You can sit down if you want. Right. She slides her tray onto the table, lining it up precisely opposite mine, before sitting across the table from me. I'm sorry I yelled at you last week, about my family and everything. I was just upset. I needed to shout at someone and I didn't want to take it out on Virginia. I have to live with her. But it's not fair to yell at you. You didn't make the rules. You're not even from here. Well, I'm glad you trust me enough to feel safe shouting at me. And it's wiser to yell at me than to yell at Graviner. Right. She drops her gaze from me to her food, slicing neat lines through her grilled fish, before swapping hands, American style, and extricating a segment with her fork. Extracting, sorry. Isn't extrication the term used for when you're trying to take somebody out of a country? Anyway. After eating for a bit, she smiles at me. What's your family like? Just as I was relaxing, she suddenly digs a pit trap in my path, and she doesn't even know it. Do you have any brothers or sisters? No, I'm an only child. Is that common in magical families? Virginia's got 2 brothers, but nobody else seems to. Good. A question I can answer while gently steering away from myself. Oh, many adult witches and wizards choose to live full-time in the other world, with unrestricted access to magic. That makes it difficult to raise a family. A human child isn't safe there, especially a baby. You know that, right? She nods. If your child isn't human, then the rules are different, but that only ever seems to make one child. Something in the magic. I'll bet that Pastel in Butterfly Hall doesn't have any siblings. Of course, I know perfectly well that she doesn't. So if two witches want to have a baby, they have to leave the other world to raise it, or they have to foster it, or they have it fostered in the low world. They abandon their own children? Well, sometimes the child is given to a non-magical family, to raise completely as their own, like a changeling. Most of the time, though, they'll set up a household and, I don't know the right English words, a kind of servant? Someone to be there all the time while the parents come and go, like business parents who travel. A nanny? I don't know. Virginia's family is nothing like that. I've been to her house. Well, if her parents like living here instead of the other world, that would make it easier to have more kids. And your parents? Oh. Yeah, that's sensitive. Ugh. I don't want to talk about my family when I know you'll think it's strange. That should keep her from asking questions. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest there was anything wrong with... It's new to me. What about you? You have a sister, right? Anything else? No. I live with Mama and Jenny and Justin. Jenny's dad, my stepfather. My parents divorced a long time ago. Is that rare for wizards? To let a marriage lapse? No, it's pretty common. We live a long time and people change. Well, where I come from, they think it's shameful. Without me around, Mama can pretend Justin was her only husband. Do you see your father often? He doesn't write anymore. I guess family is always complicated, magical or not. I guess so. I wonder though, if a wizard leaves a changeling child and never comes back, would that child ever know? Or would he think he was just another wild seed? That's a good question. Of course, like anything, it depends on the exact circumstance, but I'd say generally... Wow, nice fail. Nice class fail. Generally, they'd think they're a wild seed, right? What other reason would they not have? What other reason would they have to think they're not wild? They're not a wild seed, right? If anything, they'll learn it later after they've been introduced into the magical world, but even then... Anyway. In the afternoon, I catch sight of some distinctly inhuman silhouettes in the distance. This is Damien and Pastel. Her delicate wings quiver in an unseen breeze as she displays herself for his attention. Her hand reaches out to touch his chest. Whatever she's doing, Oh, this is different. This is different. He seems to be enjoying it, whereas on the other routes, he doesn't like this. He shuns her. Really? So this is what happens. Interesting. Alright. Oh man, the game is frozen at the wrong time. The tension was just getting higher and higher the longer it lingered on that frame. It's none of my business anyway. How would that work? Damien and Pastel? I mean, Pastel, like, if she were a sim, she would have commitment issues, I would say. Anyway. How far are we? We're 98. What is this? Sleep? This is white magic class. Please make yourself comfortable, my little cygnets. We have a serious issue to talk about today. Many of you will have learned something about this subject from your parents. Others will know less or nothing at all. It sounds like this is likely to be a lesson for the wild seeds. The world that you see around you is only a tiny fraction of all that exists. There are infinite realms lying beyond our own. The nearest such realm is that which we call the other world.
You may also hear it called Elfheim, the Dreaming, the High Hunting Grounds, the Etheric Plane. There are many paths. While there are countless other worlds, the other world is particularly the realm of this world's shadow. Like a shadow, it is always connected, always there just beyond your fingertips. With enough white magic, an adult witch or wizard can travel the spiral gate from anywhere in the world. However, you students must not enter the other world under any circumstances. I was right, it's a warning for the wild seeds. An ordinary wizard's parents would have already told him this, for his own safety. For myself, those things are somewhat different. Yeah, I've already travelled the high roads in the other world to get home for the break. Can any of you tell me why that is?
One hand eagerly shoots up.
Yes, Minnie?
She stands up.
Because the cameras feed on the souls of human children, especially magical children. They will be drawn to any unwanted humans who enter their realm. It takes them approximately... Thank you, dear, that'll do.
Minnie closes her mouth and sits down.
The other world is a wonderful place where mana flows more freely. Many witches and wizards choose to live there within. But we are not native to it, and we are not immune to its dangers. Do not attempt to pass the gate. Not even with adults to guard you. Not even with a powerful spell or artifact to protect you. Not even with a friend who has been there before and told you that it was safe. Some of your classmates have other than human heritage, but what is safe for them is not safe for you.
That's a necessary oversimplification. The reason I can travel the high roads is not because my family is inhuman, not exactly, but the truth is a well-kept secret. Yeah, so we are similar to someone who was born in the other world because of our prestige and our connection to the, what was it? The mantle of the woods. That's it.
Most importantly, if a spirit invites you to the other world, do not accept, no matter what you are promised. I am not saying this to frighten you, or to challenge you to find a way around my rules. If you disobey, I will need not to punish you, because you will be gone, forever. Now, let's get back to the brighter subjects. We can talk more about the other world later, and I'll bring in some lovely paintings to show you.
That is odd. She's literally said, don't go into the other world, it'll kill you, but I'll bring you some paintings from there so that you can see what it's like. This is just going to engage their curiosity. I'm going to skip this part because we already know what spell we're getting. We can go study. Yes. Study with Minnie, sure. Oh, hello there. People come and go in the cafeteria all the time. Most students slide around each other en route to their destinations, barely even noticing the faces that they pass. But sometimes the path going out intersects with the path going in. They both pause for a moment, looking at each other. Then, with a little sigh, Minnie steps to the side out of Barbara's way. She walks on, saying nothing. A better outcome than the last time I saw them in the cafeteria together, but still not friendly. A truce at best. I'm probably making it sound way too dramatic. It's a school cafeteria, not a war zone after all. At the end of the week, yada yada, let's go, done. On Monday morning, someone knocks on my door.
Good morning, Cublet. I'm here to update your schedule. There are no classes today, in honor of Martin Luther King.
I think I've heard that name, but I'm not sure.
And here's your exam schedule for tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
A wise dancer must always be ready to point his toes.
If there's no classes, what's happening today? Special activities? Extra dungeon practice?
That should have been done on the weekend.
But we hadn't been given notice then.
Rest and relax, and be refreshed for tomorrow.
Right. With a smile, she drifts off onto the next door in line. Well, a day off with a trial looming. I suppose I should rest, looking over my notes, and write to my parents. Sleeping, success. What should I do this week? Oh yes. I want to get green magic. Get me the green magic. Oh, hello there. I just got a notification on my Windows. That's fine. My internet disconnected for a moment there. But that's okay. Let's see. I don't think we should improve our black magic even more. Yep. Green magic class success. 100! Here we go.
Life grows and changes all the time. Even as you sit here, your pattern is evolving, adapting, making little changes and fixing up your bumps and scratches. In earlier classes, we have practiced using green magic to heal ourselves and others, speeding up that natural process. However, there is a little snag when it comes to healing yourself in dangerous situations. If you are busy casting other spells, you may not have the time to heal yourself. Now, if you'll all listen very closely, I'll teach you the most powerful spell of green magic for your first year. It's a little tendril of power that curls in upon itself and continues to grow, a healing that refreshes itself. While you are under the effects of a regeneration spell, your body will heal itself every few moments all on its own, leaving your mind free to work its own mischief. For the next 6 turns, target automatically heals 7 to 9 damage every turn. That's pretty cool. We have it just in time for our exam. What can we change? Green charm? We don't have any other charm. Oh no, we want that. Alright then. Here we go. Is this Frogger? No, this is Doggo. In order to leave this dungeon, you must step through the portal. Only the medallion will activate the portal. Think before you act. If that's the portal ahead of me, then it must not be active. So where is the medallion? Alright, so we'll go ahead and examine this. Wall, forward wall. Cold spot. The cold spot is the gateway to the future. Poway and her kin have witnessed all. The cold spot, huh? So we do see a doggo over here. I'm going to examine the doggo. Talk to the doggo. Hello? The spirit creature looks back at me. The long tail drifts back and forth as if blowing in a breeze. Ask for help. I'm looking for a medallion. Have you seen one? Barks. Can you show me the way? Barks. The creature does not move. Do you understand me? Barks. This isn't working. Okay, well. What ability? Oh, we have to detect thoughts? Oh no, that's detect charm. Thick hide. All damage done to the caster is reduced by 50. We could do thick hide and we could combine that with regenerate. That will cost 25 magic. Of which we have 54. I will go ahead and try to cast empathy on the ghost wolf. A sense of alertness and some suspicion. The dog is watching you very carefully but does not intend to attack. Okay. So the dog is hold on, firstly I am going to save here. I feel like this dog is going to attack me if I cross this lava here. Menu please. Let's go save game. Let's go here. Yep, tough choice. Very good. So, what I want to do is I want to do thick hide. Boom. I cast thick hide on myself. I'm going to cast regenerate. Dismiss. Then I'm going to step. And step. I am fully healed. Very nice. I'm going to examine the pedestal. There's a golden disc on top of it. Yes, I am going to look at myself. Obviously, I'm as good looking as ever. I'm going to take the medallion. You pick up the medallion. Bolts of lightning shoot down from overhead. Lightning rains from the ceiling. Thunder reverberates through the dungeon. The pedestal takes 15 damage from the lightning. Your thick hide absorbs 15 damage. The lightning trap causes you 15 damage. Ouch. You feel better. Gain 9 hit points. Okay. Ghost Wolf leaps to the east. Thick hide absorbs 7.
Oh! The ghost wolf! No! Ghost wolf, don't do it! Oh no, we're gonna have to blind the ghost wolf. You cast blind on the ghost wolf. The ghost wolf looks confused. You feel better. Okay. This is my medallion. You hear me? Mine! Okay, examine the portal. Put the medallion into the slot. Excellent. Examine. Was that sound there before? I don't remember. I don't think I've heard that before. But we're going to step into the archway. Oh, we did it. We did it. The ghost wolf did not catch us. When I can feel my feet again, I am standing in the school quad and I have to shield my eyes against the sunlight.
Congratulations, Charles. For succeeding in your quest, you earn 5 merits. You're very resilient, aren't you? However, remember in the future that there is nothing to be gained by creating enemies for yourself. Allies are far more useful.
Listen, okay, I communicated with the dog to an acceptable degree, okay? It did not seem to be, willing to just let me take the thing, so, of course there was a chance that I would, anger the dog. And out of character, I know why I angered the dog, and that's, most likely because I didn't, try to make friends with him. I instead asked it for help.
I hope you enjoyed putting your skills into practice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another student to look after.
Looks like I'm finished for the day. Black magic class success.
Charles?
Oh, hi, Ellen.
What happens to wizards when they die?
What?
Do wizards become ghosts?
Do all wizards become ghosts?
Do only wizards become ghosts? Are they all watching us? If dogs become ghosts, then where are the rest of them?
Oh, this is about the wolf in the exam.
It's actually a little complicated. That was probably not a real ghost, just a spirit that looks like a ghost.
Many otherworld creatures are ethereal like that, especially if they're only partly stepping into our world.
But there are real ghosts?
Oh, Ellen. Oh, I thought the game froze for a second, but I just didn't click. Oh yes, many kinds. Some are more like, echoes. Pieces of the past that repeat themselves over and over. Some are more like monsters, haunting the place where they died, and chasing off intruders forever.
So the dog in the dungeon could have been like that, a protector. Maybe, but why would a real dog's ghost be haunting a dungeon beneath Iris Academy? Most of the time when we talk about ghosts, they're not around all the time. They're summoned by a strong resonance, a powerful spell, or a moment of great need. There have been cases where a lost spirit suddenly manifests to bring a word of warning or save the life of a loved one. Most of the time though, they sleep. It's not really the right word, but it's the best I can do. Some believe that every spirit that ever existed leaves a ghost, but most of them stay forever asleep. It's why the dead are one of the 3 kindred, part of the world still connected. Believe, so no one's sure what makes a ghost? Well, it's something out of our living reality, so we can't completely understand it. I suppose even wizards don't know everything. And the world is infinite and always changing. Knowing everything isn't possible. I suppose that makes sense. Still, I'd like to know more. If you ever do meet a ghost and it speaks to you, listen carefully, because that message might change your life. But it will probably never happen. Right. Hold on, didn't she say that she was chasing a snake hole person before that walked through a wall? Is Ellen seeing ghosts? Is she a ghost whisperer? She looks a little unsettled. Hey, do you want to do something this weekend? What? You know, hang out, relax, go to the mall, have fun together? Are you asking me out on a date? Sure. Yeah, it's a date. Yes, more or less. Is that bad? No, but I haven't...
She stops and takes a breath.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I cheered her up at least. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I've asked people out on dates before, and that, obviously the correct answer is that one. But at the same time, if you're in that situation, it feels a lot more heavy than that. It's like, I especially get this thing where I kind of don't want the people to be able to predict my intentions. I don't know where I got it from, and it sounds worse than it actually is. But it's things like, I want to try to subvert people's expectations whenever I ask them something. So in cases like when I want to make my interest in someone known, it's quite difficult for me to do that, because my natural instinct is to almost like sarcastically, I don't know, to be honest. It's just weird. But anyway, we're going to finish up our classes for this week. The next event we get to, we will end just before. Black magic success? Alright, well, Dreams of Doves. This is going to be the end of today's, today? No, not today. Today has just started for me, it's now 5:09. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this recording. Thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed. And, man, I am, I'm honestly getting invested in Ellen here. Not only is she one of the original characters, but she's got a few interesting things about her already. She can possibly see ghosts, and she what is it? She fears that her family has, well, she doesn't fear. I mean, she does fear, but her family is also kind of like, because they're non-magical. Their memory wipe thing about taking her to the school was kind of made them not like her, which is weird. Very strange. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care.